Hello, in this video let us look at a new concept, ensemble. This concept of ensemble was developed by Josiah Gibbs, using which we can explain the behavior of many types of systems. Initially, James Clerk Maxwell and Ludwig Boltzmann developed a theory considering that system composed of weakly interacting particles, and that could explain only a fluid systems, because in a fluid systems where the particles are weakly interacting, the total energy of a system is equal to the total is equal to sum of the energies of all the particles. But that is not true in a solids, because in a solids the particles are making a vibration about their mean position. Hence there we cannot consider at any instant of time the total energy of a system is equal to energy of a constituent particles. Hence, the earlier theory developed by Maxwell and Boltzmann were not applicable or not useful to explain a solid systems. Hence, Gibbs came up with a very new concept of ensemble, which can be used to explain all a kinds of systems. And here, the ensemble concept, which developed by Gibbs, has mainly three types of ensembles, which are microcanonical ensemble, canonical ensemble, and grand canonical ensemble. And practical systems, that is experimental systems, can be approximated to any one of these ensembles. And here the ensemble concept, it is very simple and it's a mental construction. Don't think that whenever we say there are a walls, there will not be a walls in reality inside the system. Only these are mental constructions or imaginations. This classification of ensembles depends on the manner in which the internal systems behave. Actually, ensemble, it is an isolated system and it's a collection of large number of smaller systems, smaller and similar systems. There are a large number of systems, large as many as 10 raised to 20 to 10 raised to 22 number of systems. And the volume and temperature of all these smaller systems are one and the same. Here we consider that a bigger system. Okay, I will go with the. If we have a bigger system, it is divided, or it is considered to be a collection of large number of identical systems, and the temperature of a bigger system and smaller systems is going to be T only, and volume of all these smaller systems is a V, and capital V is a volume of a bigger system. So this is a ensemble, but there are some differences between these systems, and depending on those how they will interact, these smaller system interact with each other, we classify the ensembles into three types: microcanonical ensemble, canonical ensemble, and grand canonical ensemble. And always remember, the bigger system is an isolated system, that is which is not interacting with the surrounding medium. Its temperature, volume, energy, pressure, number of particles, everything is constant. And the microsystem, the smaller systems, I'll call them as a microsystems. Be careful in using microsystems and microscopic state of a system. Let us look at what is a microcanonical ensemble. A bigger system, which is an isolated system, has a collection of a large number of microsystems, and if these microsystems are such that they are not at all interacting with each other, then we call that system as a microcanonical ensemble. And here that is pictorially represented by a double lines. Here we have a larger isolated system, and the larger isolated system is shown with the double lines. The double lines indicate that there is no interaction of energy and no interaction of a particles also, or the which is also called as interaction of a matter. There is no exchange of any particles with the outer world. That is an isolated system. Then this bigger system is divided into smaller system, where the smaller systems are not interacting energy, or they are not exchanging the energy and particles also. That's why here those smaller systems are shown by separation of a double lines. Practically there will be a no double lines, it's just a imaginary. That's why I told it's a mental construction. Hence microcanonical system is a one in which the microsystems do not exchange energy and matter. They all are at a temperature T, and all are of a same volume V, and even the pressure is also maintained constant in all microsystems. They won't exchange energy and they won't exchange any matter. Hence the total energy of a system is equal to sum of energies of all the microsystems, and total volume is also sum of all the microsystems. Similarly, the total number of particles in a system or an ensemble is equal to sum of the particles in a microsystems. And let us look at a canonical ensemble. Canonical ensemble is also an isolated system. As such, it is not interacting with the outer world. And here there are a large number of microsystems, and these microsystems, they interact in such a way that they exchange energy but they do not exchange matter. Hence the energy of a microsystems may be different, and here I have pictorially shown them. And here the microsystems are separated by a single line. This single line indicates that there is a possibility of exchange of a energy, but they cannot exchange a matter. The number of particles in all the system is constant, that is n only, but the energy of a systems are different, E1, E2, E3, E4, E5 and so on. And it is need not be that all a microsystems have a different energies. Some of a systems may be of a energy E1, some of a systems may be of energy E2, so that is possible, but the volume and temperature of all a microsystems remains a constant. And here the number of particles remains the same, but the energy of a microsystems will be different because they can exchange energy with each other. Hence here, if n1 number of microsystems are of energy E1, n2 number of microsystems are of energy E2 and so on, then we can say that n1 plus n2 plus n3 so on is equal to total number of microsystems in the whole ensemble, and n1 into small n or plus n2 into small n plus so on is equal to total number of particles, and total energy of a system is equal to n1 E1 plus n2 E2 plus n3 E3 and so on. This is a canonical ensemble where the microsystems can exchange energy, but exchange of a particles is not possible. And another type of a ensemble is a grand canonical ensemble. And in a grand canonical ensemble, an isolated system consisting of large number of microsystems maintained at a same temperature T can exchange both the energy and particles among themselves. In a grand canonical ensemble, average energy, average number of particles, and chemical potential of a system remains a constant. In a canonical ensemble, the temperature and volume are remaining constant and number of particles are also remaining constant. In a microcanonical ensemble, everything is constant. In a grand canonical ensemble, the number of particles and the total energy are varying, but average energy and average number of particles and chemical potential are remaining constant. And here it is pictorially shown by putting a dotted line between the microsystems. The microsystems shown by dotted lines, separated by a dotted lines. The dotted lines indicates that there is a possibility of exchange of energy and matter also. And these three types of ensembles are sufficient to explain a different kind of a practical systems. Actually, there are other kind of ensembles also which we are not dealing with. Hence, ensemble is a collection of large number of small systems which are separated by imaginary walls, and interaction with each other, interaction among themselves decides which kind of a ensemble that is. Depending on the interaction, we categorize the ensembles as a microcanonical system, canonical ensemble, and grand canonical ensemble. And let me stop at this point, and I'll continue in the next video.